area of regular polygons. Okay, so we're going to talk about some important parts of a regular polygon. The first one is called the distance from the center of a polygon to any side is called the apothem. Imagine you're saying a possum, you know, like little creatures that hang upside down or get stuck in your attic, but you have a lisp, apothem. That's a real word, I promise. Okay, so right here, point is the apothem. It goes from the center straight down perpendicular to any side. So if this is my apothem, this is the side of the polygon. Okay? All right. And then we have the something of a regular polygon is the distance from the center to the vertex, and that is called the radius of a regular polygon, which is weird because like we already have the word radius, so why is that the radius? But imagine you have a circle that is inscribing your polygon. That segment from the center to the vertex is called the radius. Okay? And so to calculate the area of a regular polygon, we use this beautiful formula. Area is 1/2 AP, where A is the apothem and P is the perimeter of the polygon. Okay? If we have time next class, I would love to show you why that formula exists. Okay, we can maybe derive it together. Doesn't that sound fun? Yes, but for now, I just want to make sure you see a couple of examples so you can practice this and do this on your own. Okay, so we'll start with some nice, basic, easy examples. Find the area of each regular polygon. So number one, if it tells me it's regular, remember that means it's equilateral. So all of these sides are 24.2, okay? And then we also have that this here, the apothem, is 7 feet. Okay, so apothem is 7 feet. The side length is 24.2. So in my formula, to find the area, I need the apothem times the perimeter divided by 2. So that means I need to figure out what is the perimeter. So hopefully you can figure that out pretty easily. That's going to be the side length, 24.2, multiplied by the number of sides. So that's going to be 3 in this case. And then type that in your calculator. Get a calculator here. Okay. 24.2 times trace. So perimeter here is 72.6. All right, so now I think we have everything we need to plug into our formula here. So let's go ahead and do that. The apothem is 7. The perimeter is 72.6. Multiply those and divide by 2. And your answer should be 254.1. And that's feet squared, remember, because we're talking about area. Cool? Awesome? Okay. So I'll let you guys try number 2 after this video. Okay, check Google Classroom for the answers. Okay. Yeah, because I don't want to go through all of these. It will take up too much of your time. All right, so those are, that's a really simple, easy example of how to find the area of a regular polygon. However, you know it's not always going to be so easy. So there are going to be times where you are not given the perimeter or the side length, and you have to calculate that. Or maybe you're not given the apothem, and you have to calculate that. So you're going to follow these very important steps to find the apothem and or the side length. So it just depends what I'm given and then what am I trying to find. So we'll do a couple of each type, okay? But the triangle will look a little bit different. So when you're trying that one, just be careful. And then we're going to do number 5 together because that one involves trigonometry, okay? How do I know? It's all about the angles. So let's start with step 1, create a right triangle. I already have my apothem, so we're going to draw my radius. There's my right triangle. Step 2 is calculate the angle. That's going to be 180 times, this is a pentagon, so 5 minus 2 over 5. Okay, so that's going to be 180 times 3, and divide that by 5. That's 540 divided by 5, which is 108 degrees. So that's the measure of each interior angle. But then don't forget, you want to take that 108 divided by, oh, not 180, 108 and divide it by 2, which is 54 degrees. So 54 degrees is the measure of this angle here. Okay, so how do I know not to use special right triangles? Because 54 is not a special angle, okay? Unfortunately, there's nothing special about him. So this is an example where you have to use trigonometry, okay? All right, so let me zoom in on my triangle here. Remember your steps for trig. If not, listen carefully. Step 1, using your reference angle, label opposite, adjacent, and hypotenuse. Okay, now if we think about the formula, 1/2 AP, or AP over 2, the apothem times the perimeter over 2, we don't actually need to find the radius in this case. What we need to find is the length of the side so I can find the perimeter. So I need the adjacent here. I'm going to circle adjacent. Then what am I given? The opposite. So think about your SOHCAHTOA. Which one uses opposite and adjacent? That's right, class, tangent. So we set it up as tangent of the angle, 54, is equal to 10 over x. Now remember, when x is in the bottom, you're going to divide, right? So 10 divided by tan of 54 will give me x. Use your calculator. Definitely going to need a calculator for this, but double check that your calculator is in the right mode, right? We're dealing with degrees, so we want to be in degree mode. Okay, so that's going to be approximately 7.2654. Okay, I'll leave it like that. Remember that if you want to wait till the very end to round, so you can use that, and that would give you the more accurate final answer. Okay. If you are going to round like I just did here, just try to use as many numbers after the decimal as possible. Whew. All right, so we found the adjacent, but remember, in the triangle, that's only half of the side. So what we want to do next is we want to multiply it by 2, right? Well, times 2, and that will give us the length of our entire side of this pentagon. So that would be 14.53085. Okay. So that is the length of the side length. Okay, we're getting there. So that was our last step to find the side length. Now all that's left is to find the area. Apothem times perimeter divided by 2. Okay, so that means we're going to do 10 for our apothem. Our perimeter, let's do a little recap here. I'm running out of colors here. Let's do dark purple here. Perimeter is going to be the side length, 14.53085, multiplied by the number of sides, which is 5. So I'm just going to type times 5 on my calculator, and your perimeter is 72.654, blah, 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 blah. Okay? So that goes in my formula here. 72.654, blah, blah, blah. And then don't forget to divide that by 2. So I'm going to multiply by 10, divide by 2. So my area is 363.27, so I'm going to round to 3 inches squared. Woo! Way to go! Okay. So yes, these problems are a lot of steps, but they are super duper important to have a really good understanding before we go on to our next lesson on Friday. Okay, so you have two parts of your homework. The first part is going to be similar to this first example we did, easy peasy. Okay, the second part is going to involve either special right triangles or trigonometry. So make sure you're really, really understanding how to do these problems, and if not, please come see me in tutorials. I should be here today at lunch, hopefully, and I'm here every morning. Thursday, however, I have a lunch meeting, so I'm not available during lunch on Thursday, but Friday lunch I am available. However, it's the happening, so I don't know if you want to miss that or not. And then I can also, if you look on Google Classroom, I'll be posting the answers to a lot of these problems here as some extra practice for you. Okay, so again, if you are not feeling comfortable or confident with these problems, they really just take practice, I promise. So I want you to do some extra practice there, okay? Last but not least, if you forget the formula, you shouldn't, but if you do, remember we can always divide it into other shapes. Technically, for example here, I can make this a composite figure by dividing this, let me go in here, into a bunch of triangles. So if I have this triangle here, and I calculate the area of that triangle, which is 1/2 base times height, then you just need to multiply it by however many triangles you can create, like that. So you could do either 10, right? Or, if you want, you could ignore those apophthegms, and you could multiply the area of one of these triangles by 5, okay? Unfortunately, you'll still need to use trigonometry and special right triangles to find the area of those triangles for the height or maybe the base, okay? So we can talk more about that next time. We have a quiz open note on Friday, so be ready. Come see me in tutorials if you need some help, okay? Way to go, guys. Y'all are awesome. For the rest of the class, you're going to be either working on these practice problems, or if you want, you can go ahead and just go straight to the homework and work on those as your practice. All right? Thanks for being awesome and wonderful and beautiful in every way. Have a fabulous rest of your day.